Welcome to my channel, Everyday English Hub. Win your day with self-discipline. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Your support gives me motivation every single day. The more you support, the more I can create powerful lessons. I promise to bring you better and more inspiring content. Today's topic is about self-discipline. It's not just a word, it's the key to success. Without discipline, dreams stay only as dreams. With discipline, you can transform your entire life. Think of it as your secret superpower. It is the ability to control yourself. It helps you to wake up early. It helps you to focus on your goals. It helps you to stay strong when you feel weak. It is the foundation of winners. And today, we are going to master it. Paragraph 2. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. At first, it feels hard to practice, but with daily effort, it becomes natural. Just like brushing your teeth every morning. Just like drinking water when you are thirsty. Self-discipline should become automatic. Successful people are not always smarter. They are simply more disciplined. They wake up even when they feel tired. They work when others are lazy. They focus when others get distracted. That's why they win in life. That's why you can win too. Self-discipline will change everything. Paragraph 3. Discipline gives you control over your day. Imagine starting your morning with purpose. You don't waste time on your phone. You don't keep pressing the snooze button. You jump out of bed with energy. You plan your goals clearly. You decide what really matters today. And then you actually do it. That feeling of power is priceless. You no longer live on autopilot. You become the master of your day. Step by step, you build a new life. A life of focus, strength, and direction. That's the true gift of self-discipline. It turns ordinary days into extraordinary ones. Paragraph 4. Let me share a secret. Discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation is like a spark. It can disappear in minutes. But discipline is like firewood. It keeps burning even when motivation dies. Winners don't wait for motivation. They use discipline to keep moving, even when they don't feel like it, even when the mood is gone, even when no one is watching. That's how great habits are formed. And that's how success becomes possible. If you rely only on motivation, you fail. If you build discipline, you win. Paragraph 5. Think about students learning English. Many start with high energy. They say, "I will practice every day." But after 1 week, they quit. Why? Because motivation disappeared. But the disciplined student is different. He studies 20 minutes every day. Even when he feels tired, even when friends are playing outside, even when the lesson feels boring. That small daily effort builds success. That is the power of consistency. That is the power of discipline. It creates progress step by step. It guarantees fluency and confidence. Paragraph 6. Discipline also protects your time. Time is life's most valuable currency. Every wasted minute is gone forever. Social media steals hours from your life. Endless scrolling gives you nothing back, but discipline sets boundaries. You control your phone, not the opposite. You decide when to work. You decide when to rest. You don't let distractions steal your focus. That's why disciplined people achieve more. They finish their goals earlier. They enjoy free time without guilt. Their days are balanced and productive. That is true freedom through discipline. Paragraph 7. Discipline builds confidence. When you keep promises to yourself, you grow stronger. Every time you say, "I will do this," and you do it, your self-esteem rises. You start believing in your own power. You trust yourself to succeed. Confidence is not magic. It is the result of discipline. When you exercise regularly, you feel proud. When you study daily, you feel capable. When you control bad habits, you feel powerful. Discipline proves to you that you can. And once you believe that, nothing can stop you. Confidence comes from action. Discipline gives you that action. Paragraph 8. Self-discipline is also about sacrifice. You give up something small for something big. You say no to short-term pleasure. You say yes to long-term growth. For example, skipping TV to study English, or waking up early to exercise, or saving money instead of wasting it. These choices look small at first, but they build your future step by step. Sacrifice today creates rewards tomorrow. Every winner has made sacrifices, but they are not really losses. They are investments in yourself. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality, and sacrifice is the price of success. Paragraph 9. The good news is, discipline is learnable. You don't need to be born with it. You can train it like a habit. Start small and simple. Wake up 10 minutes earlier tomorrow. Drink more water instead of soda. Read 1 page of a book daily. These are small acts of discipline, but small acts create big changes. Your brain learns to love discipline. Soon it becomes part of who you are. Don't wait for a perfect time. Start today with one disciplined choice and repeat it again tomorrow. This is how champions are made. Paragraph 10. Let me give you a formula. Discipline equals freedom. It sounds strange, but it's true. When you are disciplined with your money, you are free from debt. When you are disciplined with your time, you are free to enjoy life. When you are disciplined with your health, you are free from sickness. So discipline is not punishment. It is actually the highest form of freedom. It gives you control over your life. It keeps you strong when life is hard. It makes you unstoppable when others quit. That's why discipline is priceless. Paragraph 11. Discipline is your best teacher. It teaches you how to manage yourself. It teaches you to respect your own time. It teaches you to finish what you start. No classroom can give this lesson. No teacher can force this into you. It must come from inside. When you practice discipline daily, you learn responsibility, you learn patience, you learn endurance, and those qualities build greatness. Without discipline, talent is wasted. With discipline, even average skills shine. Discipline turns effort into success. Paragraph 12. Discipline is also about saying no. No to distractions that waste your day. No to friends who pull you down. No to excuses that sound sweet. Excuses are the enemies of progress. They whisper, "You can do it tomorrow." But tomorrow never comes. Disciplined people ignore excuses. They choose action over laziness. They choose courage over fear. They choose growth over comfort. Every no to weakness is a yes to success. Remember, success requires sacrifice. Discipline gives you that strength, and it makes your no powerful. Paragraph 13. Discipline gives structure to your goals. A dream without discipline is only a wish. You may want to learn English fluently, but if you don't practice daily, that dream will never come true. Discipline transforms your dream into a plan. It organizes your time into steps. It creates progress little by little. It keeps you moving forward. It protects you from quitting halfway. That's why disciplined people always finish. They don't just dream, they do. And in the end, they succeed. Because discipline is the engine of achievement. Without it, nothing moves. Paragraph 14. Discipline is also about energy. When you eat healthy, you feel better. When you sleep early, you wake strong. When you exercise, you gain power. These are acts of discipline too. Your energy decides your success. Low energy means low focus. High energy means high productivity. Disciplined people protect their energy. They avoid habits that make them weak. They choose habits that make them strong. That's why they achieve more in less time. Energy and discipline are best friends. Together, they create unstoppable momentum. Together, they win the day. Paragraph 15. Discipline creates habits, and habits shape destiny. At first, discipline feels like effort, but soon it becomes automatic. Like brushing your teeth without thinking, like tying your shoes every morning. Good habits are built this way. You no longer fight with yourself. You simply act with discipline naturally. Winners don't rely on willpower. They rely on habits they created, and those habits guide their lives. Every small habit adds up. Reading daily makes you wise. Studying daily makes you skilled. Discipline builds the habits of success. Paragraph 16. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. You don't need to do everything right. You just need to keep going. Even small progress counts. Even small steps lead forward. Consistency beats perfection every time. A disciplined person never gives up. They accept failure, but they continue. They make mistakes, but they learn. They fall down, but they stand up. That is real discipline. Not giving up even when it's hard. not quitting, even when it hurts. That's how discipline wins the game. So remember this final message. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Your support helps me create even better content. Discipline is the key to winning your day. It is the secret behind success in every area. Without it, nothing works. With it, everything becomes possible. Practice it daily, even in small steps. Never wait for motivation. Build habits that will carry you forward. Say yes to discipline and no to excuses. That is the real path to freedom. That is the road to confidence and success. Stay disciplined. Stay powerful. This lesson is taught by Zoya. Star.